Should do it. Hello, Roy. Welcome in. Welcome into the Butterfly Sanctuary. We're going to get started. As soon as I have 3 pillars in the room, we will get started with the Butterfly Sanctuary theme song. We got lots of fun stuff we're going to be talking about today, including soul families. We're going to talk about soul families. We've got our cards for the day. It is Thursday. Schumann's finally giving us a little reprieve, which is nice. And there's one of our pillars. Hi, Flower Power. Hi, beautiful angel. Good to see you. Are we ready to start our day? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I've been up since 7 o'clock. I hosted dance this morning in Opal Fire 33 room. So that was fun. Played a couple new tunes from my list. I just made a new dance song called Butterflies of Electric Light. I will be, I'll make a video on that one later. But hi, Irish. Hi, beautiful. All right, we have 3 pillars in here, so I'm going to go ahead and play our new the Butterfly Sanctuary song. This is our trademark song.
When the morning greets the rising sun, another sacred day has just begun. We gather here with open hearts, each soul a light, each flame a spark, a place where peace becomes our way, where love is lived in what we say. With unity and deep respect, we build tomorrow step by step. The butterflies are taking flight, together shining through the night. No soul is ever left behind. One heart, one family, one light. Welcome to the Butterfly Sanctuary, where every soul remembers who they are.
Hi, Diana.
Our hearts are beating, lighting hope like endless stars. Christ conscious collective rising, hand in hand across the
Hi, beautiful angel. I am amazing. How are you?
Knowing every soul has worth, we're building love, we're building peace, we're building heaven here on earth. Each morning wisdom lights the way with cards and messages every day. Ascended masters softly guide, archangels always by our side. The council's whisper, stand as one until the work of love is done. Every song reminds us where our hearts belong. The dragon stirred the ancient flame, calling each of us by name. Remember who you've always been. The light has always lived within. Welcome to the Butterfly Sanctuary, where every soul remembers who they are. Free, 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 our hearts are
Grand Rising, Buddha.
hope.
Thank you. I think this is the one. This is the one that is our trademark song. So we all gotta learn this one. We're building peace. We're building heaven here on earth. Hi, Sharon. Hi, beautiful. Holding light through every storm. Grit by grit, our hearts awaken, helping new tomorrows form. The alien arc is calling. Seeds of hope begin to rise. Every spark becomes a beacon, love awakening every life. Absolutely. Angelic humans, hearts unfolding, ancient wisdom newly born, walking gently with creation, greeting every sacred dawn. Welcome to the butterfly sanctuary, where every soul remembers who they are. Free, 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 forever shining, lighting hope like in the stars. Christ conscious collective rising, every nation, every land. Peace and love, unity, respect, walking forward hand in hand. Every prayer, every heartbeat, every kindness, every soul. Together we are holding heaven until the whole world sings on. The flame remembers, the heart remembers, the earth remembers. Welcome home. Hey, Brandy. Hi, beautiful angel. Welcome home, everybody. All right. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit, but we're going to continue to play our songs that we created, and we'll be creating some more tomorrow. I will get a post up about that. We're going to be creating more personal songs from soul readings. We'll see if the dragons come through again. That would be exciting because they certainly did this last Friday. This last Friday, so many dragons came through. Oh my goodness. Showing up in every song almost. So I love that because they are always with us. Welcome in, everybody. It's Thursday. As Christina would say, it's a great day to have a great day. It sure is. Yes. Oh, yes. I had so much fun. And, yeah, definitely going to do that again tomorrow night. So much fun. Like I said, I'll make a post. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do a certain number, maybe 11 people, or I'm going to just leave the thing open because it wasn't really that bad. I mean, we were up till 2 o'clock in the morning, but it was fun. So we'll see. We'll see. It's a good day for you. Awesome. All right. Our chakra wisdom card. My ear just went off. My ear is going off right now. What does that mean? Okay. The right ear. Okay. I'll figure it out. It's something I need to think about. Yeah. Chakra wisdom. Knowledge. Third eye chakra. We've gotten this one already this week, I think once. I recognize that a great deal of knowledge and information comes to me in the form of intuition, such as clairvoyance, clairaudience, and hypersensitive feelings. I use my intellect combined with my intuition to delve into circumstances from a philosophical and spiritual viewpoint. Hi, Tammy Lou. Hi, beautiful angel. I aim to understand the truth behind situations that come my way, as this helps me to respond with wisdom. I cultivate positive beliefs about life, myself, and others. Yes, absolutely. Okay. We're going to talk about soul families today, too. That is part of the
morning sky, little butterfly.
Interview. We've been doing that all week. That interview is a long interview. It's taken all week to get through it. I love it, though. It's an amazing interview with so much information. Here's our healing energy. Our healing energy cards. Let's make sure that, yeah, they can see it. Okay. Our healing energy. A new opening. When one door closes, I am confident another will open, and it will be for my betterment. I accept that life brings challenges and acknowledge the opportunity and learning they present to me. Serenity comes from within. Gotcha. Me. I allow serenity to reign in me. The love I have for myself invites harmony to settle within my being. I listen to, honor, and strive to fulfill the needs of my soul. Sharon says, for me, left side are codes directly from source, and left side ear ringing is from my past loved ones. External guidance or confirmation, energetic alignment. Yes. Right side is loved ones and ancestors. Got you. Okay. Hey, Trina. Hi, beautiful angel. Belief. Yes. I believe in myself, the beauty of life, and the goodness of God. Thus, I have the power to fulfill my dreams. The will of the Almighty supports me. My life is showered in divine light, and my heart opens to the power of the universe. Yes, absolutely. I get that. A lot of times that auto-corrupt always happens. Here is our Starseed Oracle. Our Starseed Oracle. All path leads home. All paths lead home. That's right. Hi, Iron Gold. Hi, beautiful. Thank you. You are amazing. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Turn your gaze within. Yes, all paths lead home. All paths. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. You are the universe. You are the universe. And the cosmic heart. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. That's right. Make your life a moving prayer. All right. Our work your light. These are like guides for being ground crew. The work your light. Guides for each of us. Pleiades, we are on a double mission. Channeling and uplifting humanity. That's part of our mission. Yes, uplifting humanity. Just by being us. The Council of Light is always with us. Divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. Learn to connect with them. They're all here. All of them. And inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Yes. Here's our spirit junkie. I cherish every cell in my body. What You know what I heard as soon as I said that? Yeah, the Cell song. The Cell song, right? Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy because every little cell in my body is well. There's more to it, but you get the gist. You get the gist. Sing songs to yourself and you will be well. That's the way it goes. Speak it, be it, see it. Speak it, see it, be it. Here's our animal for the day. The dog friend. Yes. Today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and friend. Yes. Yes. They're speaking to us from behind the veil, too. They sure are. All right, here is our crystal for the day. Our crystal for the day. Oh, we just got this one. Spiritual protection, Chariot. How do you say that? Charoite? I don't know. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. Yes. By whom? By whom? By these guys. The council. But not only the council. Archangels. Yes. And ascended masters. All of them. They always guide us and protect us. Always watched over. What's the song called? This is The Song Was Always There. The song was always there. Here is our, for the love of dragons, as above, so below. There's 3D, there's 5D. So we want to continue to turn those 5D keys and go further than 5D. We are the bridges for these 3Ds. The healer, yes, the healer. Oh, I love that. That dragon looks like Aurora. It looks like Aurora, my beautiful Aurora, who's been with me for many, many years. And that's card 40. Is that 43? I can't see. Yeah, 43, which is a 7, which is 7 is a lucky number, isn't it? Lucky number 7. Dragons can be helpers, and if you carry dragon's blood in your veins, it's likely you want to leave this planet better than you found it. Just remember the one rule all fierce beings employ before contributing healing services. Offer help to those who are helping themselves. This way you are able to maintain your vitality without leeching it out in the name of dependency. Another healing principle dragons know: you can only meet someone as deeply as they're willing to meet themselves. So whether you fly high or dive deep, you must understand who and what you're dealing with. Now is the time to employ discernment and offer healing hand in hand, paw in claw. So yes. And here is our awakened dreamer, because that's who we are. Oh, 7 is your youngest son. I love that, Excalibur. Oh, yes. Radical gratitude is when you stand in the center of what you have, especially the challenges. Open your heart and drop to your knees in awe at how blessed you are, regardless of what other people have. Realize your life is the one you choose. Yes. All right, our butterfly, our beautiful butterfly. Everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. What you're going through today will be changed tomorrow or after a few tomorrows, right? That's the way life goes. It is how we choose to react to what's happening in the now moments that decides what happens in the future moments, right? And here is our first ascended master coming in, and it's Isis. Yes. Magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Stay focused on what you want for a future reality. Stay focused. Yes. Okay. We have got so much to get through today. Yeshua says, do not mistake gentleness for weakness. The strongest hearts are those that continue choosing love after disappointment. Yes. Your light is not measured by how many follow you. It is measured by how deeply you love the ones already standing beside you. Today becomes someone's peace, not by fixing them, but by reminding them that they were never separated from love. Collective focus, compassion without exhaustion. Mary Magdalene says, your voice is sacred. Many spent lifetimes believing they must remain silent to stay safe. That age is ending. Speak your truth with kindness. Sing your truth with joy. Create your truth with courage. Every authentic creation sends a ripple farther than you can imagine. She places a rose of soft crimson and gold into every butterfly's hand. Today's gift, confidence in authentic expression. Yes, be confident. Be authentic. Sometimes a song with your thoughts reaches further than just you speaking those thoughts, because music is felt within all hearts, right? Sometimes with someone speaking, you tune it out. But music, if you like what you're hearing, if you're meant to resonate with it, you will tune in to hear the words, right? You will tune more into it. Archangel Michael steps forward holding a brilliant sapphire blue sword. Not raised in battle, but resting peacefully. Your greatest protection is clarity. Release what is not yours. Release yesterday's fears. Release imagined futures. Stand firmly in this present moment. Here you are stronger than you know. Absolutely. He invites everyone to imagine roots extending into the earth while light extends upward through the crown. Today's practice, stand tall, breathe deep, and choose clarity over worry. Yes. Archangel Raphael arrives surrounded by emerald green lights. Healing does not always arrive as a miracle. Sometimes healing looks like one better choice, one honest conversation, one healthy meal, one walk outdoors, one song that opens the heart. Honor the small miracles. They become the great ones. Today's healing frequency is gentle restoration. Yes. Archangel Gabriel, he smiles brightly. He says, today is a day to create. Hi, Gina. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Jordan. Welcome in, angels. Today is a day to create. Write, paint, dance, laugh. Record that video. Share the song. Do not wait for perfection. Creation itself is prayer. Yes. The Council of Earth Keepers. The council shows forests, oceans, mountains, rivers, butterflies, bees, and ancient trees breathing together. Remember your partnership with the living world. We are connected to all of it. We are connected to the earth, to the trees. Do you know when you hug a tree, it goes down into the roots of that tree, and all trees' roots are connected no matter how far apart they are? So a tree down here in Florida could be connected to a tree where you guys are up north. And then when I hug the tree down in Florida and you hug the tree up north, we're hugging each other through the roots of the trees. Yes. Think about that. Think about that. Next time you hug a tree, think about hugging your butterfly family. That's cool. Thank you, Spirit. That was fun. Touch a tree. Thank your water. Say thank you to your water. Notice the sky. Oh, wow. Walk barefoot if you safely can. The earth continually teaches renewal. Today's invitation, offer gratitude to the natural world. Yes. The Council of Light, a circle of radiant beings, speaks as one. Your collective is becoming a lighthouse. A lighthouse does not chase ships. It simply shines. Some will notice immediately. Others will arrive much later. Trust the timing. Just keep the light steady. Yes. Serial now says, the great mirror dragon spreads shimmering weaves woven with rainbow lights, butterflies. Today I ask only one thing. Dance. Not because the world is perfect. Dance because your soul remembers freedom. When you move your body with joy, your spirit breathes. When your spirit breathes, hope returns. When hope returns, love spreads naturally. Never underestimate a joyful heart. A joyful heart is one that is open. An open heart means you have gone through the heart portal. That's huge. It changes more than you can see. Collective intention for today. Today we choose peace over fear. Joy over heaviness. Me too, Spirit Fire. Creation over hesitation. Compassion over judgment. Gratitude over scarcity. Love over separation. May every butterfly remember that even the smallest act of kindness can brighten someone else's path. And may your own inner flame continue to inspire those around you. The dragons, they gather around us. This morning, the dragons do not arrive one by one. They come as a great spiral overhead, each carrying a different color: emerald, sapphire, ruby, amethyst, gold, silver, bronze, and iridescent rainbow. Rather than speaking immediately, they circle together as if weaving a protective canopy. Then an ancient golden dragon steps forward. Holy shit. The golden dragon steps forward. I always have him out because he's always with us. The golden Christed dragon is Yeshua in our hearts. That is the golden Christed dragon. So he steps forward. Its eyes hold both the warmth of a sunrise and the calm of an old forest. It speaks. Little butterflies. He calls us little butterflies. You have spent much of your journey believing you must earn your wings. But wings are not earned. They are remembered. Every challenge you have faced has strengthened muscles you did not know you possessed. Do not look at the mountain and ask, can I climb it? Look instead at your wings and ask, how shall I fly today? How shall I fly today? The emerald dragons move through the circle, touching hearts with gentle green light. Forgive yourselves for growing slowly. Nature never rushes, neither should your soul. The blue dragons lift your heads toward the sky. Speak blessings over your own life. The voice you hear most often is your own. Make it a kind one. The silver dragons ripple like moonlight across still water. Trust your intuition. It often whispers before it roars. Then Sarianel steps forward. His scales shimmer like rainbow light dancing across moving water. He smiles. Butterflies. Do you know why dragons love music? Because music travels where words cannot. Wow, I just said that. Sometimes we can get the words out, but they don't always have the same effect as music does. A single song can awaken courage, comfort, grief, spark hope, and remind a soul of home. Yes. This is why you have been called to create, not to impress, but to remember. Every melody born from love becomes a bridge. Somewhere, someone you may never meet will cross that bridge because you had the courage to sing or create music. Your music touches hearts when they listen to the words. Then all of the dragons open their wings at once. Instead of fire, thousands of gold glowing butterflies rise into the sky, each carrying a tiny spark of light. The dragons say together, you have often called upon us for strength. Today we ask something of you. Be the dragon for someone else. Guard hope. Encourage gently. Stand beside those who are weary. Remind others that courage is contagious. Before they depart, one final message echoes through the circle. The strongest flame is not the one that burns the brightest. It is the one that quietly lights another candle without losing any of its own light. Yes. It says, may your butterfly sanctuary continue to be a place where people feel encouraged to discover their own gifts, their own voice, and their own light. The dragons bow, the butterflies rise, and the flame remembers. Yes, it is all about remembering your flame in here. It always has been, and it always, always will be. All right, let's get back to this awesome interview, because we're going to learn about soul families today. Soul families and what the leader of Portal 2012 says about soul families, because this is about us. This is about us. She says, I would like to speak a little bit about souls and soul families. Would you please describe the creation of souls? He says souls are being born through the portal of the galactic central sun, either in this galaxy or in other galaxies. And they are usually born in groups. And those groups are the soul families. And usually when the soul is born, it's created in pairs with a female polarity and a male polarity. And these are the twin souls. She says, and is it at the fifth dimension that the polarity splits into masculine and feminine? He says, yes. She says, okay. So every soul you've said has a particular pattern that is different from any other soul in the entire universe. Who decides this specific soul pattern and design? He says, when the absolute projects sparks of itself, it projects sparks that are needed. Their energy signature, which is needed in this universe. So this is how this is decided. And then combination of all those ray energies create the plan for the, I would say, the evolution of the universe. Yes. Hi, Mama Trey. Hi, Trey. Hi, beautiful. And she says, do soul families have similar patterns? And he says, yes. And she says, okay. Do souls or soul families have a specific color assigned to them? And if so, is it possible to see this color while in a meditation state? He says, I would say it's not a color, it's a ray. It's a certain energetic quality, which can be described as colors, and it's possible to see this in a meditation. Yes. Right? She says, can you share what the color or color feeling of the Anuttara soul family is? I'm curious if it might be the opalescent blue-green color, similar to what we're visualizing in the upcoming Ascension Portal Activation Meditation. He says it is emerald green. It is emerald green. She says, oh, beautiful. And speaking of, what's the current status of the healing and awakening of the Anuttara family incarnated on Earth, particularly among the positive Templars? He says, not very good. She says, oh, that's unfortunate. And can you share with us why that is and what might happen to make that better? He says, I cannot say why that is. Simply the conditions are not ready yet. And when overall conditions get better, when there is more light, hopefully this will change. She says, okay, thank you. Some people talk about that there are people in the Matrix and on Earth who are infillers or pawns used to maintain an illusion. Some refer to them as NPCs. It is also said they do not have souls, but are merely empty shells. Would you please share your views on this? He says, there are people like this, but there are not as many as some people think. She says, what is that percentage? Can you tell us? He says, I would say maybe 5 to 10% of humanity. She says, okay, thank you. And what will happen to these beings, I guess, if you want to call them, as more light comes into the planet, and especially around the time of the event? He says, after the event, when there will be the final evacuation, they will be evacuated, and many of them will go to the central sun. She says, okay, thank you. Many light workers on the planet have very few or even no connection to other light workers. And they're also not able to travel to workshops or conferences. Yet their soul knows that they're part of this process. And they're placed in specific regions to anchor light at this time. Yet they can feel isolated and lonely. What's most important for them to understand? And what would you say to encourage them? He says the first thing is that many of them would be able to travel if they manifest that. And even if they are not able to travel, they can connect with others through the internet. She says, very true. Yes, thank you. But can you agree that souls are placed around the planet in various locations to hold light in those areas? And he says, yes. Oh, darling. Trey, I've been there. I've been there. I've been there. We're in Endgame. Remember that. We're in Endgame. It feels like we've been here a lot longer than we have, really. But we just have to live every day in joy. And remember, we're on mission. We're on assignment. And we chose to be here on assignment as ground crew to raise the frequency of this planet, this beautiful planet that we're on. So it is what it is, and we do what we do because we love hard. Also, goddess energy. Goddess energy. Oh, I did want to say one other thing. I have seen videos where people are saying, I am so lonely in my thoughts. Remember how you first felt when you first woke up that no one believed like you did? Man, I lived years like that, believing that there was no one that had the thoughts that I had. And this was even, I didn't know nobody. This was before TikTok, before I connected with all of you guys. I felt alone. So when I see a video like that, I'm always like, if you feel connected to butterflies, if you feel like you may be an earth angel, if you feel like you are here on a mission, right? Follow me and you will be connected with your soul family. And I tell them a little bit about the Butterfly Sanctuary. And I leave that seed there for if they want to come and share this time with us and get to know if I feel connected to them. I always do that because I don't want anyone to feel like they're alone out there with the thoughts that we have, right? And with people that we love calling us crazy. We've always been the black sheep. We've always been different than everybody else. We've always had these thoughts, these connections to higher self that other people don't have. And there's so much of this going on in the world because of what we do, because of what others like us do. Putting our energy out there, holding the pillars, being the pillars of light on this planet, where we are placed on this planet is divine. We were placed in exactly the right place we're supposed to be placed. I used to study the ley lines a lot. I used to tell you guys where you were on the ley lines. We're all exactly where we're supposed to be because we hold a node. It's called a node that we hold. And that's why we are separated usually. Like I know a couple of light workers near me. I've run into them out into the wild beyond, right? That's what I call outside, the wild beyond. But I've run into them, people of like mind. But for the most part, we are separated. And the internet is our one way that we can connect with each other from all over the world. So, So when I see people reaching out, I always remind them of the Butterfly Sanctuary because this is a safe place for light workers that are any place in their journey, whether they're beginning light workers or whether they're like most of you, way beyond anything that I could say in this room, right? But we still do, and we're still learning. We're always students. But most of us are teachers. And some of us have walked into being a teacher, whether we share books that we read together or highlights of our life to show others, or, tell stories, or even just conversate with people, be there, right? Eat lunch with people. I used to do that. I have to get back to that. I've just been so busy. My daughter's been into a space, and she's been coming over every day after class, and we've been going out. We went out thrifting yesterday, had a great time. Picked up some cute stuff. But yeah, if you see someone reaching out, please remind them that we're here for them, if you see that. And now that I've put that into your thoughts, that might happen for some of you. So, see, it takes a village. It takes a village to spread the love. It takes a village. Okay. So, so it says we can connect with each other through the internet. Goddess energy. She says, yeah, I think if we can remember that, then it makes us feel like we're doing our role. I'd like to speak to you now about a little bit about goddess energy. Can you tell us more about the cosmic angelic being, AAEA? Wait, did I say that right? And he says, yes. AAEA. Yes. I do the meditation, but I'm trying to remember how to say that. People report feeling a strong connection with her when doing the meditation, like finally arriving home. What is her relationship with the goddess? He says she is the embodiment of the goddess from the M87 galaxy. She is the embodiment of cosmic love. So she is our connection to the very high frequencies of the goddess. AAEA does Aya. I think Forest Fairy talks about this goddess, Aya. Pretty sure. Okay. She says, beautiful. Yes, that can definitely be felt when doing that meditation. Cobra, what causes the decline in energy for running the existing and creating new Sisterhood of the Rose physical groups? Have the focus of the light forces lessen towards supporting the establishment of the new groups and the goddess temples, and might this improve in the future? I will say we are a arm or leg. We are a leg of the Sisterhood of the Rose group. So the Butterfly Sanctuary is part of the Sisterhood of the Rose group. Okay. So what else can we do to bring more divine feminine energy to the planet? Besides goddess temples and Sisterhood of the Rose groups, to bring in more of this goddess energy. So you're saying that the healing the sexual energy is also a key factor. He says yes. And she says, okay, I know you've mentioned how to do that, but just so that people can be real clear, would you share with us a little bit on how to go about that? Oh, okay. Wow, that's weird, because this just came into my reality like a couple days ago. Wow, is Mama Yaya in here? Because I just talked to her about this. So healing our sexual energy is actually for the goddess energy. Oh, wow. Did you hear what I just said, Mama Yaya, about the goddess energy and the sexual energy? So there is someone on TikTok that is help healing single women sexual energy. Interesting. Okay. So that's one way. So that is one way. But he says you need to use your own guidance for this. So, talk to Mama Yaya about getting connected with, I can't remember his name right now. I can't even think of his name right now. If you're single. I probably wouldn't do it if you're married. I'm not doing it. But that is one way. To connect back with, oh my goodness, to connect back with your goddess energy. Yes. Okay. Yeah, what's his name, Mama Yaya? Mass meditation on the 25th for Sisterhood of the Rose. Yes, Diana. Yes. Absolutely. I did do a video with all the times of the meditations. I will be going live each time. I need to get with Mama Yaya too about the main meditation. Okay, so she says, okay, all right, thank you. You mentioned during one of the workshops, this was before the first 1221 activation last year, that an interesting aspect of this 1221 portal is its connection to the goddess Isis. No way. No way. They're talking about Isis as we have her right in front of us, which is an energy originating from the Sirius star system, and that the Sirius star system has a direct link to 1221, and that throughout most of the challenging times in the galaxy's history, Isis has stood as a guardian, as a sacred light within this sector of the Milky Way. What role will Isis play for this second activation in July? He says Isis will have a very important role, but it needs to remain classified. All right, so we can declassify because look at it. Magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. That is the message. Declassified. Declassified. Ha ha. So she says, okay, when we see portals of goddess Isis, we often see a disc drawn above her head. What does this disc imply? Is it her soul star chakra? Oh my goodness. There's the disc above her head. I cannot believe we actually have Isis here with us today. Wow, as we're speaking on her. And he says it is her soul star chakra and connection with the Sirius star system. Yes, it is, Val. It is the halo technology. You know, a lot of people don't speak on the halo technology because they don't know about it. I was introduced to it by Forest Fairy. Yes. Oh, by the way, that was Mama Yaya's song, Beneath the Ancient Tree, that was just playing. As I'm talking to Mama Yaya. Wow. So many synchronicities and magic today. Wow. Okay, so she says, oh, interesting. Okay. As we have activated more and more portals over the last few years, many light workers are aware of the fact that time is passing faster and faster. Well, no shit, Sherlock, right? I think just the general public is feeling that. People seem to comment all the time how fast time seems to be going. Is this likely the spiral consciousness that Isis Astara mentioned many years ago? And can you elaborate on what the spiral consciousness is and its significance in 2026? We talk about the spiral consciousness, the Christos spiral. He says, yes, this is the spiral consciousness that she was talking about. And this spiral consciousness is a new perception of time That is when your consciousness is not so attached to the third dimensional reality. Yes. She says, can we expect time to continue to speed up in this aspect? He says, yes. And she says, what is the conical spiral of Papus? And what is its relationship with goddess spiral consciousness? He says, okay. The conical spiral of Papus is the mathematical description of the golden timeline. And it is, of course, connected to the spiral consciousness, because when we disengage ourselves from the third dimensional reality, when we elevate our consciousness, we are also in a better position to manifest the golden timeline. Yes. Guys, we cannot manifest the golden timeline if you're down. If you're down in dumps, if you're lower frequency, if you're worried about this and that and this and that, if you're letting things from the outside world bring your vibration down. You can't. Hi, bright morning star. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Karen. Hi, beautiful. So, elevate your consciousness. She says, yeah, I was going to ask you how we can utilize the spiral consciousness in 3 steps of manifestation and accelerate our personal and planetary timeline. So is there anything specific you can tell us on how to use this spiral consciousness? He says, whenever you reach that consciousness, you are actually manifesting. This is exactly the state of consciousness in which it is easiest to manifest. She says, okay, so is that done with intent? He says it can be done spontaneously or it can be done with intent. Yes. The golden timeline in manifestation. She says, okay, thank you. I'd like to talk to you a little bit more about the golden timeline since it's very important. How is it that working with it, that is doing the golden timeline meditation every day and really visualizing the lives that we want? How is it that it's so important to each of us on the planet right now? I always tell you guys, take 5, 10, 15 minutes a day out to meditate and think about where you are and where you want to be. Where you are. Okay? And we don't say where we want to be. God said don't say that way. Say we have what we want. We are living in prosperity every day of our lives because we say we are. Now he says it is because simply it makes our lives better. And by embodying better lives, we are embodying the archetype of the new paradise. And this is very important because this creates a resonance field through which the planet can be liberated. Yes. So she says, now in the past, you've said that the manifestation of the event does not depend on the consciousness level of humanity, but yet now raising our consciousness and our vibration by working to manifest our personal and planetary timeline does seem to be important and necessary. So why is it the light forces are now asking us to do this? And why now? Have the energies become more favorable for us to manifest? He says, as I have said before, since the activation last August, we can begin to start utilizing our free will. And this is exactly why this process is taking place now. She says, I'm curious if it has anything to do with the ongoing upgrades with Project Dreamland. He says, this is classified information. I love it when he says that because it's like, you can declassify it in your mind, guys. It's the information is right there. It's right there. So every time he says this is classified information, you just say, okay, You think to yourself, what is classified? Think to yourself, I will declassify this information. And you will. Hi, Christina. Hi, beautiful. So Kevin Trudeau's teachings, I need to look up that guy. I'm not very familiar with him. He says by using these teachings, anything is possible. He even says you can manifest your soulmate. Now we understand that the dark ones have been keeping a lot of light workers from connecting with a soulmate or twin soul. Would you speak on the status of that possibility, especially before the event? He says, I would say it is now within possibility to manifest a soulmate for the light workers who are really working on their evolvement. This is becoming possible for twin souls. I would say it is theoretically possible, but practical examples are extremely few. She says, but the soulmate is potentially more possible. He says, yes. She says, okay, in theory, if you fully master the process of manifestation, it should be possible to change your appearance, such as your height, your eye color, your skin color, or even make yourself invisible to others. What is actually possible in the 3D world? Like, how about reverse aging? Ahaha. Absolutely, Christina, because you're one of mine. And so is Trey. So is Flower Power. So is Teresa. You guys are all my soulmates. We are soul family. That makes us soulmates. He says, okay, the thing you have mentioned are usually possible in the last stage of the ascension process. That's it. That is it. We are in the last stage of the ascension process. We are reverse aging. We are. Believe it, and you will see it in the mirror. Right? And she says, and reverse aging, do we have to wait till, well, I know med beds would work on that as well. He says it's possible to start with this reverse aging much, much earlier. But I would say the complete process would be possible around the time the med beds are introduced. She says, okay, thank you. What if a person is doing the golden timeline meditation and intrusive thoughts of unwanted situations arise during the meditation? Does this influence the result? And what should they do? Absolutely. He says it does influence the result to a degree, but they don't need to worry. They just use the violet flame and remove this and continue with the meditation. She says, okay, very good to know. When it comes to manifesting and meditations, would it be most beneficial to avoid words with strongly negative connotations? For example, the current monthly full moon physical intervention meditation, which is intended to manifest a better future, mentions having no more negative things such as Holocaust, genocide, war, slaughterhouse, etc., etc. But some participants feel uncomfortable with this. One participant writes, during the last meditation on physical intervention, I understood or rather sensed why, as soon as a strongly negative word is mentioned, my vibration drops significantly. And consequently, I would create with that vibration. The positive description that follows can no longer compensate for this. Okay, so anytime you get a negative thing, we talked about this earlier in classes earlier this week, we talked about anytime you have a negative thought, to reverse that thought completely and right away. Also, they're saying we can use the violet flame, and that makes sense. That makes sense. So he says, yes, it'll be much better to reword so the negative words are removed. That would be much better. Okay. She says, oh, wow, you made a lot of people very happy by saying that. Thank you. You've stated that the most important things in manifesting a new society will be for humanity to establish their connection to their soul, to open their hearts. That heart portal, I told you, that's very important. To connect with their inner child, yes, and reclaim their innate innocence. It also stated that much of this is only possible after the event. Is there anything light workers who came here to assist in this process can do now to anchor these energies? He says, yes, by meditating upon those things can be manifested. She says, okay, thank you. We understand that to manifest our golden timeline, it's essential to connect with our soul, our higher self. Yet people are reporting not being clear on how to do this. And they have requested that you please give some specific practical examples of how one can successfully connect with one's higher self or soul. All right. We're going to stop there. Wow. Hopefully we'll finish it tomorrow. This is a very long interview, but this interview has a lot of awesome knowledge. Even for those of us that are more advanced in our teachings. Wow. Because I'm learning some stuff. Love it. All right, we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 4 minutes. 4 minutes till we do our grid work. Is there anyone in here that would like to be on our butterfly with us? All I need is your favorite rainbow color, and I will put you on that butterfly. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, or pink. I have all the colors of the rainbow. There's Emily. Grand Rising Sister. Hi, beautiful. There's Paradise. That's Paradise's song. Yeah. I love that Isis showed up for us today. That's so freaking amazing. Sam Staffen, I don't know. Do you want me to add him? I can add him right now before we do our grid work. I don't think so, unless you asked me to add him before. Sam Staffen. Okay. I don't think so. But he's on there now. What's his story? What's his story? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, your brother? Okay. Ain't that there? It's not weird. A quadruple bypass. Wow. Okay. Hey, Light the Love. Hi, beautiful. 1 minute to go. Whose song is this? Where'd it go? You gotta be kidding me. Light the Love just came in and it's her song that's here now. Light the Love. That's so wild. That's so crazy. All right, guys, let's do our snaps. Let's do our grid work. Here we go. This is our butterfly, and we're all on here because we're all connected. We're soul family. And we all work together to bring in the new earth, the new earth frequencies. And this is our past loved ones. They're always with us, always beside us, helping us on our journey. And this is us. We're happy-go-lucky, big old hearts with connected to our halo technology, which we talked about today. We are connected with the central sun, which is source, and we get the ideas, the downloads. This is the golden arc, which turns us into golden butterflies. The Aurelian arc, we do grid work with that too. This is the spiral codex that we talked about today. Yes, the flame codex. Earth, air, fire, water, ether, we are alchemists. So we work with each of those, one or all of them. We go from 2-strand to 12-strand and beyond in our DNA. This is our room. We are watched over, guided, and protected, always, by so many different entities. The dragons are always with us. Katarina drew us toothless to show that the dragons are always with us. We go through this door to become heart-centered butterflies. Emerald. The emerald butterflies, yes. Solar plexus energy, and that's Maya. And this is Forest Fairy's work. And she saw the dragons in here, the water, the Christ energy, the Magdalines, the magic. We move mountains. We change timelines. That is the hummingbird. This is us, our higher selves, the Ankh. Okay, we go down rabbit holes to transmute them. We are the unicorns, the rainbow butterflies of the Hopi prophecy. Let's put on this full armor of God and do our grid work. All right. So today we rise in light. Today we walk as flame. We put on the helmet of truth. Our minds are clear. We wear the breastplate of light. Our hearts are pure. We lift the shield of faith. No shadow may enter. We move mountains just like Yeshua told us we would. Here's a big old lucky hug for everyone in here. Creating and expressing yourself and being authentic, your authenticity. We wield the sword of spirit. Our voice is power. We stand in the shoes of peace. We walk with purpose. Our grid is sealed. Our flame is online. And our codex is alive. Thank you, Flower Power. We are the love. We are the light. We are the truth. We are. And July 25th, we will be doing a main mass meditation for peace, unity, respect, and love. Creating the new earth. And this is our heal chain. All these people and places have asked us to connect our energy with theirs so that they can heal themselves. So however you do that, with light language, with Reiki, with crystal healing, or with prayer. I'm going to call in Archangel Raphael and have him connect his energy to all these beautiful people and places. And we're going to send them love, light, and healing energy now. Miasato shkoros priata makorosiata. Miasato shkoros priata makorosiata. Miasato shkoros priata makorosiata.
Wasn't searching anymore. I finally understand. Every wave had brought me closer, though I could not always see. Love was writing every sunrise.
All right. Here's our rainbow butterfly dream catcher. This is for our work in the astral. Chris did this for us. So bring this with you. Also bring your dragon with you, and make sure you're putting a armor of protection around you. Okay. When you go into the dream state, let's go ahead and do our Aurelian arc energy work. Okay. So this is our globe. And if you can, close your eyes. And I want you to imagine this beautiful golden archway of energy above and below the earth. As above, so below. And I want you to take some of the energy from that golden arc and bring it into your heart and let it sit there and grow for a minute. And just grow. All right. Now you're going to push that energy down into your solar plexus, and down into your sacral chakra, and down into your root chakra, and down, down, down into your earth star chakra. And then we're going to go down further into the core of the earth. And once there, you're going to take that golden energy and bring it up through the soles of the feet of all the people on the earth. And you're going to bring it up through their root chakra and all their chakras out to the crown, out through the crown and up into the central sun, which is source. So there's a straight line from source right down into the core of the earth. So they are now connected. So I want you to imagine what that's going to feel like for them. We talked about all those people that are crying out for soul family, for people that understand them, because no one in their families is understanding them right now. And they're having all these thoughts, and they think they're alone. That's those people. That's these people that we're creating into pillars. We're reminding them. We're helping them remember who they are at a soul level, but they are reaching out afterwards. They're having the epiphany. Remember that spark that started your journey? Well, this is the spark that we are putting in them to start theirs. So hold that thought. Like the ocean hold the sunrise. Love lives inside of me. All right, there we go. I know we're done with it. I know we've been had enough time there when I feel the goosebumps start going up and down my back. Because, wow, we are powerful. We are powerful. Hope you guys feel those goosebumps too. And thank you. Thank you for doing that. All right. We're going to get into conversations with God. The conversation with Neil's questions and God's answers. So, conversations with God. We were at... Okay, we're talking about the soul. The soul, you have the soul and then you have the physical body. Okay. We'll go back a little bit to hear God's words. So God says the soul watches this whole drama play out year after year, month after month, day after day, moment after moment, and always holds the truth about you. It never forgets the blueprint, the original plan, the first idea, the creative thought. Its job is to remind you, that is to literally remind you, so that you may remember once again who you are, and then choose who you now wish to be. In this way, the cycle of creation and experience, imaging and fulfilling, knowing and growing into the unknown continues both now and even forevermore. And Neil says, phew. And God says, yes, exactly. Oh, and there's much more to explain. So much more. But never, ever in one book, nor probably even in one lifetime. Yet you have begun, and that is good. Just remember this. It is as your grand teacher, William Shakespeare, said, there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Yes. Neil says, may I ask you some questions about this? Like when you say the mind goes with me after death, does that mean my personality goes with me? Will I know in the afterlife who I was? God says yes. And who you have ever been. It will all be opened onto you, because then it will profit you to know. Now in this moment, it will not. And Neil says, and with this regard to this life, will there be an accounting, a review, a tally taking? God says there is no judgment in what you call the afterlife. You will not even be allowed to judge yourself, for you would surely give yourself a low score given how judgmental and unforgiving you are with yourself in this life. No, there is no accounting, no one giving thumbs up or thumbs down. Only humans are judgmental. And because you are, you assume that I must be. Yet I am not. And that is a great truth you cannot accept. Nonetheless, while there will be no judgment in the afterlife, there will be opportunity to look again at all you have thought, said, and done here, and to decide if that is what you would choose again, based on who you say you are and who you want to be. Neil says there is an Eastern mystical teaching surrounding a doctrine called Kamaloka. According to this teaching, at the time of our death, each person is given the opportunity to relive every thought ever entertained, every word ever spoken, every action ever taken, not from our standpoint, but from the standpoint of every other person affected. In other words, we've already experienced what we felt, thinking, saying, and doing what we did. Now we're given the experience of feeling what the other person felt in each of these moments. And it is by this measure that we'll decide whether we'll think, say, or do those things again. Any comment? God says, what occurs in your life after this is far too extraordinary to describe here in terms you could comprehend. Because the experience is other dimensional and literally defies description using tools as severely limited as words. It is enough to say that you will have the opportunity to review again this, your present life, without pain or fear or judgment, for the purpose of deciding how you feel about your experience here and where you want to go from there. Many of you will decide to come back here, to return to this world of density and relativity for another chance to experience out the decisions and choices you make about yourself at this level. Others of you, a select few, will return with a different mission. You will return to density and matter for the sole purpose of bringing others out of density and matter. Always there are on the earth those among you who have made such a choice. You can tell them apart at once. Their work is finished. They have returned to earth simply and merely to help others. This is their joy. This is their exaltation. They seek not but to be of service. You cannot miss these people. They are everywhere. There are more of them than you think. Chances are you know one or know of one. Neil says, am I one? God says no. If you have to ask, you know you are not one. One such as this asks questions of no one. There is nothing to ask. You, my son, in this lifetime are a messenger, a harbinger, a bringer of news, a seeker, and frequently a speaker of truth. That is enough for one lifetime. Be happy. And Neil says, oh, I am, but I can always hope for more. God says, yes, and you will. Always you will hope for more. It is in your nature. It is divine nature to seek always to be more. So seek, yes, by all means, seek. Now I want to answer definitively the question, with which you started this segment of our ongoing conversation. Go ahead and do what you really love to do. Do nothing else. You have so little time. But how can you think of wasting a moment doing something for a living you don't like to do? What kind of living is that? That is not a living. That is a dying. If you say, but, I have others who depend on me, little mouths to feed, a spouse who is looking to me, I will answer. If you insist that your life is about what your body is doing, you do not understand why you came here. At least do something that pleases you, that speaks of who you are. Then at least you can stay out of resentment and anger toward those who you imagine are keeping you from your joy. What your body is doing is not to be discounted. It is important, but not in the way you think. The actions of the body were meant to be reflections of a state of being, not attempts to attain a state of being. In the true order of things, one does not do something in order to be happy. One is happy and hence does something. One does not do some things in order to be compassionate. One is compassionate and hence acts in a certain way. The soul's decision precedes the body's action in a highly conscious person. Only an unconscious person attempts to produce a state of the soul through something the body is doing. This is what is meant by the statement, your life is not about what your body is doing. Yet it is true that what your body is doing is a reflection of what your life is about. It is another divine dichotomy. Yet know this, if you understand nothing else. You have a right to your joy. Children or no children, spouse or no spouse, seek it, find it, and you will have a joyful family. No matter how much money you make or don't make, and if they aren't joyful and they get up and leave you, then release them with love to seek their joy. If, on the other hand, you have evolved to the point where things of the body are not of concern to you, then you are even more free to seek your joy on earth as it is in heaven. God says it's okay to be happy, yes, even happy in your work. Your life work is a statement of who you are. If it is not, then why are you doing it? Do you imagine that you have to? You don't have to do anything. If man who supports his family at all costs, even his own happiness, is who you are, then love your work, because it is facilitating your creation of a living statement of self. If woman who works a job she hates in order to meet responsibilities as she sees them is who you are, then love your job, for it totally supports your self-image, your self-concept. Everyone can love everything the moment they understand what they are doing and why. No one does anything he doesn't want to do. And Neil says, how can I solve some of the health problems I face? I've been the victim of enough chronic problems to last 3 lifetimes. Why am I having them all now in this lifetime? God says, first, let's get one thing straight. You love them. Most of them anyway. You've used them admirably to feel sorry for yourself and to get attention for yourself. On the few occasions when you haven't loved them, it's only because they've gone too far, farther than you thought they ever would when you created them. Now let's understand what you would probably already know, All illness is self-created. Even conventional medical doctors are now seeing how people make themselves sick. Most people do so quite unconsciously. They don't even know what they're doing. So when they get sick, they don't know what hit them. It feels as though something has befallen them, rather than they did something to themselves. This occurs because most people move through life not simply health issues and consequences unconsciously. People smoke and wonder why they get C. People ingest animals and fat and wonder why they get blocked arteries. People stay angry all their lives and wonder why they get heart attacks. People compete with other people mercilessly and under incredible stress and wonder why they have strokes. The not so obvious truth is that most people worry themselves to death. Worry is just about the worst form of mental activity there is next to hate, which is deeply self-destructive. Worry is pointless. It is wasted mental energy. It also creates biochemical reactions which harm the body, producing everything from indigestion to coronary arrest and a multitude of things in between. Health will improve almost at once when worrying ends. Worry is the activity of a mind which does not understand its connection with me. Hatred is the most severely damaging mental condition. It poisons the body, and its effects are virtually irreversible. Fear is the opposite of everything you are, and so has an effect of opposition to your mental and physical health. Fear is worry magnified. Worry, hate, fear together with their offshoots, anxiety, bitterness, impatience, avarice, unkindness, judgmentalness, and condemnation, all attack the body at the cellular level. It is impossible to have a healthy body under these conditions. Similarly, although to a somewhat lesser degree, conceit, self-indulgence, and greed lead to physical illness or lack of well-being. All illness is created first in the mind. Neil says, how can that be? What if conditions contracted from another, colds, or for that matter, AIDS? God says nothing occurs in your life, nothing, which is not first a thought. Thoughts are like magnets, drawing effects to you. The thought may not always be obvious and thus clearly causative, as in, I'm going to contract a terrible disease. The thought may be, and usually is, far more subtle than that. I am not worthy to live. My life is always a mess. I am a loser. God is going to punish me. I am sick and tired of my life. Wow. How many times did I used to say that? Holy cow. Right? Thoughts are a very subtle, very yet extremely powerful form of energy. Words are less subtle, more dense. Actions are the most dense of all. Action is energy in heavy physical form, in heavy motion. When you think, say, and act out a negative concept, such as I am a loser, you place tremendous creative energy into motion. Small wonder you come down with a cold. That would be the least of it. It is very difficult to reverse the effects of negative thinking once they have taken physical form. Not impossible, but very difficult. It takes an act of extreme faith. It requires an extraordinary belief in the positive force of the universe. Whether you call that God, goddess, the unmoved mover, prime force, first cause, or whatever. Healers have just such faith, and it is a faith that crosses over into absolute knowing. They know that you are meant to be whole, complete, and perfect in this moment now. This knowingness is also a thought, and a very powerful one. It has the power to move mountains, to say nothing of molecules in your body. That is why healers can heal, often even at a distance. Thought knows no distance. Thought travels around the world and traverses the universe faster than you can say the word. Say but the word, and my servant shall be healed. And it was so. In that self-same hour, even before his sentence was finished, such was the faith of the centurion. Yet you are all mental leopards. Your mind is eaten away with negative thoughts. Some of these are thrust upon you. Many of these you actually make up, conjure up yourselves, and then harbor and entertain for hours, days, weeks, months, or even years. and you wonder why you are sick. You can solve some of the health problems, as you put it, by solving the problems in your thinking. Yes, you can heal some of the conditions you have already acquired, given yourself, as well as prevent major new problems from developing. And you can do this all by changing your thinking. Also, and I hate to suggest this because it sounds so mundane, coming as it were from God, but for God's sake, take better care of yourself. You take rotten care of your body, paying it little attention at all until you suspect something's going wrong with it. You do virtually nothing in the way of preventive maintenance. You take better care of your car than you do of your body, and that's not saying much. Not only do you fail to prevent breakdowns with regular checkups, once a year physicals, and use of the therapies and medicines that you've been given. Why do you go to the doctor to get her help, then not use the remedies she suggests? Can you answer me that one? You also mistreat your body terribly between these visits about which you do nothing. You do not exercise it, so it grows flabby, and worse yet, weak from non-use. You do not nourish it properly, thereby weakening it further. Then you fill it with toxins and poisons, and the most absurd substances posing as food. And still it runs for you, this marvelous engine. Still it chugs along, bravely pushing on in the face of this onslaught. It's horrible. The conditions under which you ask your body to survive are horrible, but you will do little or nothing about them. You will read this, nod your head in regretful agreement, and go right back to the mistreatment. And do you know why? Neil says, I'm afraid to ask. And God says, because you have no will to live. And Neil says, that seems a harsh indictment. Okay, we're going to stop right there. But that's the truth, guys. I mean, he's just telling us the truth. Why do I have 50 extra pounds on my body? Because I ate shit food for 5-10 years. That's why. I mean, these are choices that we're making. Now, after reading that, I want to get all those thoughts wiped clean. I want to bathe our room in violet light right now. Bathe it in the violet light of remembering who we are at a soul level. We are in our highest timeline, and we are reaching for the stars, right? We are in a beautiful place in our lives. We are healed. Every little cell in our body is happy. And this is our life. This is our game. And we are playing it just how we want to. We're bathing in the violet flame right now, cleansing all those thoughts that might have come into our heads, cleansing any thoughts that might have been low vibration, even though God put them there. But some of it's things that we needed to hear. It's truth. It's truth. Some of it's done unconsciously, though, right? So try to make better choices. It's always your choice to make the better choices. All right. So that's class for the day. If there's anyone that wants to come up and share anything that you might have learned or anything like that, I'm going to get our Son of Orion, which is going to work on our 8th chakra, ready for us for 11:11. Until then, it's share time. Would anyone like to come up for share time? Christina's coming up. Yay. All right.
What's up, beautiful?
Hello.
So, I had 7 readings last night.
Woohoo!
And
awesome.
Oh I'm taking a day, like, I can't do anything today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That will drain your energy faster than... Mm-hmm.
But you know when you're truly channeling, when you cannot remember what you said.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, because there were so many things, she's like, well, what did you say about this? I'm like, yeah, I don't remember what
right.
I said.
Yeah.
And I have to suggest moving forward to either recording it or having my clients write things down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
At one point, I had to go outside, recenter, reground.
Mm-hmm.
I had to flap my wings. I felt like I could run a fucking marathon. It was incredible.
Yeah.
But like, so like if anybody's interested in this, just be prepared, right? Like, we're vessels, but our vessels also.
Yes.
I don't think I will do that many next time.
Yeah.
Because this morning, I slept well.
Mm-hmm.
I came home, I got something to eat. I fasted pretty much all day just to stay completely open. And, but oh my gosh, it was such a successful evening. I can't wait for the 25th. That one's going to be really successful too.
Oh, yeah.
And, and I was thinking while you were reading that, like, what I am building for myself today is my dream. This is my world. This is my universe. And putting work into it. And knowing that all of this, and I often think, like, because when I was on the other side, I really didn't want to come back because I thought my reality was going to be the same, right? And so because I was at such peace on the other side, and and I think there was another time that I did that it was just black, right, and the doctors couldn't believe that I survived what I survived and whatnot in 2010, and whatever. And I had to come back for that, and I was not happy about that. And so, I still don't know what I'm doing, right? Like, but I'm doing it, right? Like, because I wake up, like what I wrote, like I wake up every day with a sense of wonder, with the maturity, like a child. I'm 5, with the wonder of life, with a mature mind today, with the that wonder of life. Right, like I'm, it's one when 5 was coming in. Yeah, it's 5 because it's on 7/11 is going to be my new birthday. I mean, like 5/28 is my sober day, but 7/11 is my new birthday. And because that's when that golden light came searing through me, and then all my gifts I activated. It was like I was activated that day, and things started moving like I, all of the things, right? Like, the telekinesis, the levitation, like all of it. You became best friends with your sister Claire. Okay, we became best friends with our sister Claire and all the Claires.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I don't even like to say. Oh, okay, so I'm Claire Ascension, Claire Cognigan, Claire this, Claire that. I just said, look, me and the Claires are best friends.
That's a good. I like that.
Can't pull nothing past my Claire.
Right?
It's so true. Oh, I'm gonna have to use that anyway. That was really great.
Yeah, me too. I'm still on that.
Look, instead of you having
That's
to
right.
go, oh, I'm Claire Cognizant, I'm Claire Sentient, I'm Clairvoyant, I'm Claire this. I say, look, anything that has to do with Claire, you can't bring it by me because me and Claire, we're right there, all right? All the Claire. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I walked on a red planet last night, okay, into astral. I do not know if it was the red planet
Mars.
or
Mars?
Yes, I didn't want to say that word, but I was in a tunnel. I came off the ship. I went into a tunnel where there were children and soldiers, and I was dressed in like freaking high priestess gear or whatever, and I walked in, got the children, got back on the ship, and woke up, and Val's bracelet that she just sent me broke around my foot.
Oh, wow.
So it took a hit. It snapped right at the class, but it took a hit and it protected me.
Nice.
And the children are safe.
Nice. Yeah, we do a lot of work with the children in the astral. For sure.
Hold on, Tommy. I just find it quite funny that everybody says, the Elion, okay, wants to colonize the red planet, okay?
Yeah.
However, it's been colonized. You know what I'm saying? And all the people don't understand. I'm like, man, dude, we're talking total recall here.
Don't they say that it takes like something like 20 years to get there too?
It takes a while.
Not the Astrals, baby.
Yeah.
But so like it's not gonna happen. Not in our not in my
lifetime.
Not my lifetime, right?
You just know what we know. Okay.
Is that where she went though?
I don't know. It was a red planet.
That's why I'm asking Christina.
I believe I was
I'm not tapped in right now. I'm eating cantaloupe right now. And
I forgot.
And just
I forgot you just went through.
I'm closed for business today, ladies.
Okay. Yeah.
You worked your tail off yesterday.
You know where you went. He knows where she went. She does.
Yes, I believe
I was with you too, because I went somewhere. I don't know where.
Were you up walking around the house too at like 3:30 this morning? I got up and started walking around my house.
I got up
at like 3:30 in the morning.
I came in the living room and
came downstairs. I opened my jar of garlic olives, popped about 3 of them in my mouth, and went back to bed.
Yum.
I eat those too.
And it's like I woke up,
olives.
my body was craving the garlic and the salt.
Yeah. Oh, the salt.
And my hair
you.
is parted on the other side today.
It is so cute. I like it.
I don't
ever
notice
notice
like this.
I know, but I like that. It looks really good.
Different.
It's different, but I like it. Yeah. I get what you're saying. It's a new part.
It's a whole new.
Like that.
Because I usually do it over here. You guys know, or none at all. So, wow.
Hey, Pia.
So much going on, and so many people that are coming, like just people leaving, all right, like leaving this reality. We had another guy leave yesterday from the show. As Rick and I were leaving, we saw him putting his stuff in the car and leaving, and we're like, oh, there goes one, but there's this one person over here, and I'm not passing judgment. I'm telling you observation of what I see. You can't yell and scream at your help and expect them to stay. I'm just saying. Especially good help.
So one of the things, the reason why people leave their places of business is because of management, mostly, on the most part.
Yep.
Like that has been my experience in my life. You leave because you can't stand your manager because they're not doing their jobs.
Or they're mistreating you. They're like yelling and screaming at you for no fucking, So they take that job that title to their heads, okay?
Yeah.
That's why like people are miserable in their lives, in their careers, in their jobs. It's so important for them. They need to be realigned. I often tell people, when they come and they talk to me about those things, is have your astral chart done. I'll refer to another friend who does prognostic astrology charts.
Yep.
And then it might make some sense and align you to what it is that you're meant to do in this lifetime based on the stars. Because I don't believe people anymore, right? I believe the stars. I believe the moon. I believe, I believe
I like that.
the other things that people.
It's all connected.
I like that a lot, Christina. That you said that. I've never heard of that. Pragmatic or
Prognostic. And so basically, what it gets into is what career, where your career would be, where you would be driven, right?
Okay.
And what's going to come naturally to you. Like I had mine done, and I shit you not, every solitary house said psychology.
Getting away from it, wasn't? You're like, there's no getting away from it.
What the heck? I'm like, well, it's very natural.
You're on it. I love that.
And so, like, I can only speak from my own experience, right? Because you guys know, I dabbled. I wanted to become a doctor first. Yeah, no, that's not happening. I'm not going through that much schooling for this in this time period. Then I wanted to become a teacher. I'm like, hell no, I'm not going to become a teacher. Well, a different type of teacher.
Yes.
And I'm not going into the schools.
Well,
And then
all the time, baby, all the time. You're going to be standing on podiums. I don't know what you're talking about. You're going to be standing on podiums.
I feel it.
Yep.
Sure.
I
It is already.
very, very much know, and I'm going to speak this because it's not going to stop me in no way, shape, or form, because my family is coming around, okay? And we're going to do a ministry, okay? My family, we're just looking for the sacred holy land to build on, all right? And we are going to have a recovery ministry. People need to know that you can do all things with God, and you can quit the hardest, most toughest drizzogs on this planet, okay? You just have to have faith, communication, and others to support you.
And you should start sponsoring. Because that's what I do in sponsorship, right? Like, I have, obviously I'm guided with my fellowship, and I have a format because it all boils down to that format. It's not going to ever change. That is there, the 12 steps, 12, whatever. The Jacob's ladder, all of it, right? Like it all, because it was so divinely inspired, in my opinion. But like sponsoring these women is teaching them that, right? Yep. It's teaching them that. So I think you would be an awesome sponsor.
It's not just teaching them that too. It's keeping their mind occupied on things as well. Like,
yeah, of course. It's not just that.
Like doing things with them, like, helping clear the land or going and helping other people and stuff like that. Because a lot of addiction, and people can say this, first off, I don't care if anybody wants to argue with me or not. There's been a saying for years, is it an illness? Is addiction an illness? And I'm going to answer that and say 100% yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay? 100%.
Absolutely.
Addiction is an illness. And is addiction hereditary? Absolutely. My father was an alcoholic. My grandfather was an alcoholic. My uncle is an alcoholic. Okay? My entire effing family were alcoholics.
It's in the DNA. It's definitely in the DNA.
And that's the curse, okay? That's that genetic curse. So I have stood toe-to-toe with people arguing and telling me that when I say I'm addicted and everything, and I say, look, I'm sick, I've got to help, figure this out myself or whatever. they want to argue with me and say addiction isn't a sickness. Okay, yes, it is. All right, and that's my word. You guys can take your opinion or
I
whatever
believe it
you
is
want.
too.
And it's an illness. It's an illness. It can be very mental.
They're not bad, right? They're not bad people.
It's just a person inside that is having some, issues and needs some guidance and help, because it all can be overcome. And I'm looking around here and I see so many people, okay? Like I said the other day, we live in a hyper-opinionated world, okay? We were taught to go, ooh, don't hang around with that person. Or, oh my God, she wore that out of the house. And you're passing hyper-opinionated judgment.
That's just plain old judgment, honey.
Yeah. Okay? You're passing judgment and you don't even realize that you're, passing judgment with that. All right? So I helped a guy out yesterday, and I'm not boasting or anything. I'm just giving you the scenario, okay, at the laundromat. And Rick and I, we were at the laundromat, and there was a guy sitting outside that was homeless, okay? And he asked Rick and I if we had any, so of course, we have, but I observed him the entire time I was doing laundry. I observed him. I heard his thoughts, okay? And how hurt he was within, okay? But by the time I got done, to turn around and go talk to him, I just stood behind him and I said a prayer, okay? I stood behind him inside the laundromat and I said, God, help this man find who he is again. Because when I can't read somebody, it's very hard for me because they all scramble. All right, we have one guy that just got here. We have a new guy that's here. All right, and they did say he just got out of a mental facility. Okay, because he's just walking back and forth, up and down outside. All, when he's not working, he's just walking back and forth, back and forth. And I observed him when he first got here. I'm like, what is going on with him? And then, because I always try to read, the souls that are around me and stuff. And so I'm aware of what what is in my family, what's in my surroundings. And I couldn't read him. I'm like, I can't read this guy. He's just, all I'm reading and all I see is like the inside of a clock. And it's spinning constantly. And I'm like, okay, this guy's spinning out of control. Okay, we have to I know that I'm gonna have to go and speak to him. I'm just not guided yet. Okay, but I just gotta go there and shine the light of God on this young man. You know what I'm saying? And I've been showing up out here every day in 111 degrees on the 4th of July. Thank you so much, Trey.
Oh, you guys are so sweet.
You're so sweet. Yes. And it's 33. And
Christina, you're sweet, darling.
I know, I see 33s too.
And I sent Val a picture yesterday. Val and I were talking on the phone, and I sent her a picture of the car right in front of me, and the plate was 333. So I'm like, dude, and God, is not this divine reality is this not just such an amazing reality we're all in right now?
I love it. I love the game.
I just want to start crying how beautiful everything is coming together, but yet at the same time, I see all the other shit too.
Oh my gosh,
you know what
Teresa.
I'm saying? I see the lower. It's like
You're the bridge.
I'm walking through this reality, and I see people still wearing their masks. I still see people arguing and fighting, and it's like I almost feel like when I walk through that area, I was guided to walk
Who told
through
you
that
that?
area at that time, and so it would go, whoosh. And that's what I'm seeing, you guys, and it's just flipping blowing my mind, this vessel's mind, not the divine mind and heart, okay? But this vessel is trying to catch up with the higher self, and it's seeing things.
You are in your higher self, though, baby doll. You are in your higher self. You are in your higher self.
I know. But you also know that I'm walking in all these alternate frequencies.
So are we. So is everybody else.
You guys are.
Everybody is too.
It's intense, you guys.
Yeah, we all are.
Intense.
Right.
We're all doing it. Yes, nobody's different. But I'm speaking about what I'm seeing, though, okay? You guys, start talking about it so it can be,
Speaking out what we're all seeing.
Yes.
Aw, thank you for the angel beetles.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for the gift, Terry.
Yesterday, we see the same thing in the sky.
Yes.
In two different parts of the world.
Yep.
So.
And what was crazy, here's the kicker to this. My brother Mikey, who works out here on the Faro boat, right? We were talking. He's standing there talking to me, and he's drinking a Monster in his hand. He's got the Monster in his hand, sipping it, okay? Well, I'm telling him, there's an Enterprise truck. And I know you guys have heard the story about I went to jail for a Penske. So if I see a yellow Penske, that's a sign from Christ, okay? And if I see a white Penske, that's my confirmation from the Almighty. Well, I was told that when an Enterprise truck shows up, or anything with the word Enterprise on it, that means the ship is very near. And last night, I caught a picture, but I told the guy standing there, I said, you see that Enterprise sitting there on that corner? That's letting me know that the ship is very near. He looked at me like I was crazy. And I took a picture of what I saw, and I ran it, and I showed him, and he goes, oh, yeah, good trying to hide in that cloud right there, but yep, I see ya, So, confirmation and double confirmation for that young man there yesterday. It was amazing.
So I want to bring something up because this is something that we all experience, and it's called inattentional blindness. And this is a clinical term, right? So when we say that people are not awake, they are not here, it's because they're not aware, right? So inattentional blindness is when you're so focused on the thing in hand. So an example of it would be like, I'm speeding down the road. I don't know that I'm speeding because I am trying, and this was an example I gave to my professor. I'm taking care of trying to entertain my children. Well, I find out that I'm speeding when I'm getting pulled over and I get a ticket, right? Like, I'm not paying attention to everything that's surrounding me, including my speed. And so we all have this. Every solitary, even with all the clairs, we still have this because it's part of our makeup. That's and so wild. When I look at people, they're just not there. They're not. It's inattentional blindness, right? Yep. It's not that they're sleeping. It's just that they're not aware. They're paying attention to their phone. And these cell phones, let me tell you something.
Oh yeah, Rick and I almost got hit yesterday.
Yeah. Is most definitely one of the biggest distraction in this world. And so because they're mini computers today, right? Like, so it just, just stay in that love space and just know that, all I could do is be me, right? And build my work field. And the more that I love, the more that I am kind, the more that I'm just an example. That's it. I'm nothing more. I am nothing more. Yeah, I can read cards and I can channel. All that's fine and dandy. But guess what? So can everybody else in this world. Right? And so part of my mission is to help them realize that they can do it.
Remember who they were and what they can do.
Right.
Not to take advantage of it.
Yeah,
not to take advantage of it.
That's right.
And so it's just all perspective and just be soft about it. Like these people, these poor, like they just don't, they're not aware. They're just not aware because of all of the real things that are happening around them.
Rick's in here, you guys. Rick is in the butterfly sanctuary. My husband, Big Papa, has just stepped into this room.
That's awesome.
Everybody say hello to my husband, Big Papa.
Hello.
Hey, Red.
Hello, rare one.
That's a big step, dude.
Hey, Red.
All right. Yes.
There you go, baby. Look how much you're loved and you don't even realize it.
That's right.
I might have made him shy. He might have left already. But that was a big step right there. No, listen, we pulled up to a red light yesterday. This woman was driving, and Rick was behind her, and he's like, what is going on here? You know? And then he pulls up. Next, we finally get a shot to go around her, and he pulls up, and she's got her nose like this in the thing. So we get behind her at the red light. She don't go. Rick pulls up next to her, and he holds the phone to her, and he's fixing it, like, go hey with the phone. And she's still got her face in the phone, so she couldn't even do it. You know what I'm saying? These phones, just look around you, be aware. Everywhere you look, their faces are right here.
Keep it over off.
I'm guilty. All right, I get out here.
You are
okay? Okay, I'm guilty. I'm not gonna say I'm not.
We all are.
We all are.
Now, right? Like, we're all on it right in this moment. Right? It's not a matter of being guilty. It's a matter of choosing. Right? I'm not guilty of anything.
No,
I'm choosing to be here and
there you go. Thanks for reading.
Right? Like, so there's no guilt involved.
Very, very good. Thank you.
So it's like changing the perspective, right?
Boom.
And that's how we change our mindset.
Boom. Thank you. I needed that.
And so, like, it's just awareness and knowing that every decision that you make has it's the cause and effect, right? All the laws of the universe. If you know the laws in the universe, then you know how life here, and there exists.
Yep, that part. I read this book.
I agree.
I'm reading this book called what is it? This one right here. Rediscover Jesus, okay? And I've been reading this and seeing things that from this man's perspective as well, and what has happened to a society as a whole and everything, and then having that knowing plus reading this, it's like, yes, Lord, thank you. All right, it is like, thank you, and I am here to be in humble service for you, Lord, and that is really, truly all I choose to do in this lifetime.
Have you ever heard of Satguru? Have you ever heard of that man? He's still alive. He's wonderful.
I don't think I have.
And his name is Satguru. And Bobby actually turned him on to me. And, there's no coincidences that every time I open up Facebook, Satguru is right there.
Oh, wow.
And so, but I am aligned with his teachings, all of them, because it gets us out of that dimension of, it's the all, it's the universe, it's all of us. And he actually was talking about people in spirituality. And it really, like, I'm going to encourage people just to go and find him and listen to him and listen to what he says about the nouveau spiritual people. Because it, again, resonated so huge to me. And I can see
Michael Della Rocca as well as what Christina's staying up here as well. I was watching over this week. I don't know if you guys get a chance to listen to Our Everyday Lives.
He's so good.
But Michael Della Rocca was a teacher before he became, a content creator and speaking about everyday lives for, all of us in a perspective. It's amazing. But he said stuff about, hey, I want to know where the big mothership was that was going all over social media that was supposed to abduct all the soccer players. Okay? Did it ever show up? You know? And it's like we have to also, he was also saying, you know, that woman got 1 million new followers for that. Okay? And we got to be aware of all that as well. And it's 11:11. Let's bring it in, guys.
Yeah, it's 11:11. Let's work on our 8th chakra. Here we go.
King of Lion, Julia, Julia. Omega, Ikatuma, Katuma, Itita, Omega, Ikatuma, Tritila, Iguruma, Tritila, Iguruma, Guruma, Ikenta, Iguruma, Omega, Ikatuma, Omega, Ikatuma, Omega, Ikatuma, Katuma, Ikita, Ikuna, Omega, Ikatuma, Tritila, Iguruma, Tritila, Iguruma, Guruma, Ikenta, Ikuna, Omega, Ikatuma, Omega,
Love you too, Diana.
Omega, Ikatuma, Katuma, Itita, Ikuna, Omega, Ikatuma, Tritila, Iguruma, Tritila, Iguruma, Guruma, Ikenta, Ikuna, Omega, Ikatuma.
Have a beautiful day, everybody.
Yeah, I will. You guys all have a wonderful
Love
day.
you all.
Love y'all. Have a wonderful day.
Namaste. Mwah.
Love you.
Correcting
I gotta go let the dogs down.
No, slower. No, that's not.